really nice part of the show. I mean, probably the best part of the Chicago street fight is where like you think he's getting wheeled off with a neck brace.
Yeah, so there's a part where they end up towards the back where like the entrance is, and there's like these containers. There's like wheel containers that they bring all the equipment in, and they had stacked it in a peculiar manner where it's like 10 feet up in the air, and then there's just a bare table there, like ready to go. I was like, oh, somebody just set up a random table next to this stuff. Like after the crowd has been chanting, like use a table or something like that. The crowd was chanting for a table. Which wouldn't usually there's like tables underneath, like during these street fights there's like a table underneath the mat, and then like they'll put them through that. So then like the table just like kind of magically like a submission hold, and he's like tapping out, but there's no ref to like call the match, so it's not like officially done. That old song.
Yeah, the refs in this are terrible. I don't know who the sanctioning body of this is, but the refs are just really bad.
And then there was handcuffs laying around, so Johnny handcuffs Tommaso. He handcuffs his hands behind his back and puts him in a submission hold again, and he's like tapping out like with his like hand behind his back, but there's still no ref. And then the officials come out again, and then Johnny beats him away, and then the ref comes back, and then they're standing around the exposed wood part, and Johnny's like goes to like get back in the ring, and he's like stepping through, and then Tommaso like grabs him by the neck and does a DDT to him. What a DDT is basically, you put somebody in a headlock and you smash their head in the ground. Like that's what the DDT is.
I remember that from the 80s.
So he does that to him like on the exposed wood, so it's more dangerous. And then because his hands are behind his back, he just kind of like dolphins up on top of the guy for a 3 count.
I'd like to be in the room when they storyboard all this shit. Putting post-it notes. Okay, now you take him back to the ring on the gurney. That's gonna be the thing.
But no, just me and my wife said the same thing, and we noticed it, where we're just kind of aggravated because of the way they act. Because they'll fight for a little while, and then one of them will get the shit beat out of them and act all exhausted and like they're so hurt. And then all of a sudden they're backflipping around the ring and like running around like it's never been better.
Energy from nowhere.
Guy's like Wolverine. He just had to heal.
So we both like, yeah, we wish that would have been better, but otherwise it was fun and just like. Sorry, I was gonna say I made a observation.
Well, this kind of entertainment to me is always, it's kind of like a magic show. It's like we know it's not real, but we still want to be amazed. It's like that's the agreement the audience and the entertainers have, and people like get invested.
Yeah.
Like it's like we know that we know the Statue of Liberty didn't disappear, but holy shit, it looked like the Statue of Liberty.
Well, that's some of the interesting things I've noticed live that were different from just viewing it is so like one thing I always thought, like the camera angles, like I always thought like the wrestlers were playing to the camera angles to make like the hits look more like, it's the kind of thing where you just, if you swing a punch and the other guy like snaps his head, it looks like he punched him just because of how you frame the camera. But no, like, I mean, they whiff sometimes and the other guy sells it, but like they're more or less, all angles are like hitting each other. They're just like pulling back at the last moment.
Yeah, there's